Network here at Konig Wheels, and welcome to another beautiful Wheel Wednesday Q&A live, where we answer all the questions, any questions that you have about Konig or even anything. Let's just talk, man. We're here to connect with you guys because you guys are the community and we love you guys so much. And just to let you know, as we always do, we drop a piece of content every Friday. It's about car stuff, it's about wheels, it's about all that cool stuff. So make sure to check in on our YouTube channel this Friday. And we always drop a podcast every other week now, so make sure to tune in to our podcast as well, because we have it available on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, what is it called? Apple Podcasts.
There you go.
iHeartRadio.
All of them.
Anywhere where there's streaming podcasts, you can check out Behind the Wheel podcast, and we're doing topics where it comes, car stuff, wheel stuff, other stuff.
I would hope
sports,
wheel stuff.
All that good stuff. Come join the conversation. It's a good time, so make sure to check in every other Wednesday. We're dropping a piece of podcast content.
Boom.
But yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to drop them down below. I will do my best to answer them. And as you already know, if you guys come in every Wednesday, Scott comes in eventually and joins in the conversation. That's Doubt. Joins in the conversation and just basically starts answering questions. The questions that I cannot answer, but I will do my best to answer the ones that you guys drop in the comments below. So, Max, we got anything yet?
We got a couple people. We got Darul Hafiz from Malaysia saying hello from Malaysia.
Yo, shout out to Malaysia.
What's up, Malaysia?
Man. I actually went to Malaysia years ago, but it's because I was in Singapore and it's so close that I might as well just end up going that direction.
What's Malaysia like?
It's just like Singapore, only
not as nice?
Not as nice.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, Malaysia.
But it's still nice.
Sorry,
It's still cool over there. But shout out to Malaysia, man. It's cool up there.
We got Kobe with the blunt. Yo, just bought the Konig Myths. Any thoughts on them?
Wow. For
Konig
real?
Myths.
Yeah, the Konig Myths.
Throwback.
That's a throwback for sure. It was actually made in the duration that I was here, and I really like those wheels, man. So if you have pictures of your car with those wheels on, make sure to send them over, and we'd love to see how it looks, man. What car do you have those Myths on?
The rule says, come visit. Great, bro. Come visit Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Gotta
You got a
come
spot
over there
for
soon.
us?
It's been a while, man. So I definitely gotta go that direction soon, man. Cause I miss it out there.
What's the Malaysian car scene like? I bet you it's pretty good.
I've actually had
Thailand is crazy.
Yeah, we've had some people send us over some cars. I know that we have a distributor out there that distributes our wheels in Malaysia, and yeah, they're heavy out there, man. They got some really cool cars that we don't have too, which is really cool. So,
Is it just a lot of JDM stuff, or?
I think it's just a mixture of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's obviously since China's a little bit close, they got a lot of different variations of different cars, also stuff that we don't have here that they have over there. So, yeah.
CLT Brian says, whose man's is this?
Yo, shout out to Brian, man.
What up,
We
Brian?
were actually just talking about you, Brian. You've definitely been rolling with us for a very long time, and we always appreciate you, man. And I know you're doing some track work over there. How was it at Midwest? Did you end up going? I'm not sure. I think you might have told us you were going or not. I don't know, but
Yeah, Luis.
you did go.
Luis was talking shit on you, Brian. So
I was not talking
yeah.
shit. I was
Brian
saying
says,
how-
I'm gonna just preemptively, because I already know what Brian's typing right now. Do a headstand,
Oh,
Luis.
no headstand for me today.
Johnny Ace Gaming, what up, Johnny? He says,
Shout out to Johnny.
boys, what's going on? Any chance on polished caps for the Mark 1s? The red one's starting to peel, kind of bummed.
Polished
I thought
caps.
polished might be a good look. Starting to peel. Send us a message on that one, because I
shouldn't be
haven't
happening.
heard that before.
But that's the reason why we do these lives, man. We always want suggestions, so thank you for that suggestion. That's something that definitely is going to go into the memory bank.
That would be
and
sick,
also
though.
talk about to the team about stuff, because we're always kind of brainstorming on what's going to be next or what we're going to do next and stuff like that. And obviously, as you guys already know, some of the bills are coming in, and yeah, new ideas is what we're looking for.
Stall a little bit.
So for sure. But yeah, if when it comes to parts and extra parts and stuff like that, we're always looking for suggestions. So make sure to drop them in the comments below. And a lot of the times, like even the red center cap, that's actually came from the lives. Somebody asked for a red center cap, and we ended up making it because the demand was there. So if you guys keep asking us, we'll try our best to make it happen.
I don't know why I thought for some reason the Mark 1 XR had a polished center cap. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was black.
I don't know.
Johnny, I would say shoot us a message on that, but that might end up happening soon. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for real.
Let's see. We got, yo, can I get some free wheels?
No, But
Maybe.
we're one thing that we are thinking about doing is maybe doing a giveaway very soon because it's been a while since we've done a giveaway. So stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, we also have a community on our Instagram that basically gets updates of what we're doing and all that good stuff. So make sure to join those conversations. And that's the best way to find out if we're going to be giving away some wheels. So you never know.
Jim Bryant says, how do I get featured on your Instagram?
Great question. I was actually just thinking about making a story post about it. So all you gotta do is if you have some high resolution images of your car with KONIG wheels on it, because we've actually had people send us images of their cars without KONIG wheels, and that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? End up just looking at your car and being like, yo, I don't know.
You get any? You ever get any pictures of just stock wheels?
Sometimes, no, I don't think so. I don't know.
Please don't do that.
But send us over some pictures of your car with KONIG wheels on them, and if it looks good, we'll feature it on our social media for sure. So images at konigwheels.com, send it over to our email, and we'll possibly feature you on our social media.
Project Flipped says, do you guys have any 20-inch sizes?
Yes, we do. I think the Ampliforms come in 20-inch sizes. I know that we have some other wheels, so just make sure to check out konigwheels.com and check out our category, and you'll see you can actually probably even like filter it where you can find 20-inch wheels, and it'll give you the options that you want. And there he is.
Squat.
Boom. Yeah, we'll do double.
Squat.
Double.
Well, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later.
He doesn't even give
I
a
love how I
bye.
act.
Yeah,
He doesn't even
geez.
give a bye.
I
He's
always
just like,
act
And
like
no
that.
he just
intro
drops
either.
the mic and walks
I
out.
always do that.
No intro either.
He just drops the mic.
Yeah,
and
right?
walks out.
You gotta
Sorry,
roll
we're
out.
doing a little electrical. Get off. Nobody cares.
All right, Shift Perfect says, sponsor me, please.
Yeah, if you got something good, send it in. We'll take a look.
CLT Brian says, I didn't go last weekend. I've been recovering from back surgery. I have 2.5 months left to go light duty. Not sure when my next track day. Maybe VIR with Jay Zilla in September.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Nice and
Yeah,
nice.
get out there with James.
Nice.
Walk through.
We got a BP asking, are you guys going to be at FDNJ?
So I think Max will be out there on Saturday? Or you
I'll
going
be out there on Friday. Yeah.
So Max going on Friday. I don't think I'm gonna make it to FD. I'm gonna try to get out to Pro Bro Down on Sunday.
Nice. Shift Perfect says, I was using your wheels in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005.
Sick.
Nice.
They're probably the same wheels in the game right now. For some reason, it's really hard to get the wheels switched out with these people. Every time you get a contact and they message you, then you go email them back and they're like, awesome. And then you're like, all right, so what do you want me to do? And then you never hear from them again.
Do they want money to put our wheels in the game? I wonder if we can get them in like a Assetto Corsa Evo. Because you can actually customize your car, change the wheels out.
Right.
Zenky Cookie says, my Teggy needs some rim.
Yeah, well, hook it up.
We got some rim for your Teggy there, Zenky Cookie. Project Flip says, gotcha, thank you very much.
Who?
Let's see, Blueberry in the house. Sup, Blueberry?
What's up, man?
We got Light Switch. I need some wheels for my static 7th gen Honda Accord. Give me some wheel suggestions, please.
Static 7th Gen Honda Accord.
So he's low.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can run whatever you want. I mean, it comes down more to, I mean, listen, start with figuring out what size you want, and then as soon as you know that, you can get back with us, and we can try to figure out exactly what would work best for you.
Andy W says, can you fight?
Feels a little bit of an odd question. I guess if I have to.
We got a Federico asking, first drift car? Is that for Scott, or is that just what he thinks about first drift car?
I'm not really sure.
What do you think is the perfect first drift car?
Perfect first drift car?
Yeah, for a beginner. For like someone who's never had a drift car before.
Probably an E46 M3.
Okay.
I mean, probably an E46.
I thought you were going to say 350Z.
No, I think that car might be a little bit more harder, more difficult to handle. I think the E46 is kind of proving to be, with that trailing arm suspension, I think it's proving to be the better out of the box start.
How much are those costing now, used? You can get a shitty
Depends
one
on the
for...
condition of them, to be totally honest with you. The only thing you got to watch out is you got to watch out for that rear subframe detachment that you know, if not, you have to put those, you have to kind of weld in those reinforcements on the tower there, where the subframe picks up to the chassis.
Light Switch with the static 7th gen Honda Accord, who needed the wheel suggestions, says he wants 18s for sure. I kind of want to go wide since I'm going to be running a lot of camber.
Okay, I mean, Probably if you're willing to make the jump to go wide, that car didn't take a lot of wheel, but you probably could kind of coerce. It seems like what you're doing is you're going with the wheel that's not going to really fit anyway. So check out the Ultragrams, 18.5 at a 40 offset. That will give you that B profile, will also give you that concave look, so you'll get kind of all the cool looking properties, but in addition to that, you're giving yourself something at least as a higher offset to shove it in a little bit.
Kirkified, it says, how many new wheels from Koenig this year?
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword here, right? We have a fair amount. I think we launched 5 new wheels this year, but the issue with that is, right, we launched two new Koenig Forge wheels. We launched a new flow form wheel, or 2 new flow form wheels, and we also launched the MRK 1XR. So that would be 5. We also did 2 Mambo off-road wheels. For those that don't know, we have a different wheel lineup for off-road trucks, SUVs, that kind of thing. So, feel free to check it out.
Let's see, we got It's Josh Carr saying, any chance, because he asks us this any chance you got a hyperspec update?
A hyperspec.
Which, by the way, Josh Cars, love your setup currently
So Josh,
with Panograms.
I have to see what part number you're talking about, but yes, there is a we saw some of the dates look like right around July. I saw one thing was supposed to land around the ETA of July 18. I think I saw one that was coming on July 15. Again, these are ETAs, so they can go a little bit one way or another. So I think there's some stuff starting to land there, but I don't know if it's every part number, so we just have to check in with us.
Follow-up question from James saying,
Sorry.
Is it the most popular sizing arriving first for hyperspec?
No, it's we can do that by production, but we do production in fairly large batches and fairly large runs. So it's really going to be more or less just kind of what kind of made it into different things. Look, we can ship 2, 3, 4 containers at a time, and the one that goes first may not be the one that shows up first, right? It's just, there's just so many variables to it.
Chicken Run 2 asks, any updates on China?
Well, can you be more specific? Can you tell me what you want to know about China? That will help me. I know some stuff.
That's a general question. A lot of updates out of China.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, give me a little bit more, right?
Blueberry says E46 best car for sure for drifting.
Yeah, it's a pretty good platform. Look, I would have, if you would have brought me back a few years ago, I probably would have said 350Z, just because it has a lot of aluminum components, carbon fiber drive shaft. You can get a track model, easy to find Brembos for the car. None of what you really need, but LSD for it has the vicious LSD, and the truth is that's going to get smoked, so you're just going to take an open diff and just weld it anyway. But what I'm saying is you can convert that car real easy. You take out the shims, those bump stops that have to do with the lock, limiting lock, and you can take them out, and then all of a sudden you get a free angle, right? So I think I would have said that, but then having the ability to kind of drive a much more powerful E46, I really understand the difference in that trailing arm suspension, and I kind of see what makes that car kind of a really large appeal to start with drifting.
Well, sounds like you know something or two about 350Zs.
I have one.
Light Switch says, bet I'm about to go look at those Ultragrams, thanks.
Oh, no doubt.
Nice.
And if anybody happens to be in Japan and can find me a set of Mitsubishi GTO rear taillights, that'd be sick. Just figure, shout out to my peoples.
Nice.
And Josh Dat was he hit me up and he was saying hey, I got you, but just in case anybody sees them
cool.
running, throw them my way.
Are you going trolling on eBay?
Yeah, but they're super expensive.
Yeah, right. Blueberry says Z is solid too, bulletproof, but the E46 is better.
I don't think the Z is bulletproof. I like the VQ. I think it's a fun engine, depending on which version you got. I think some are a little bit better than others. I don't think it's bulletproof. In fact, I would say that the best part about the VQ is just that you probably can get your hands on more than a few in a junkyard. But I think that's going to change. I don't know. I like. Listen, I really like the Z, and I have mine. Mine's twin turbo, so it's not like we went easy on it. But yeah, I don't know if I think it's as bulletproof as maybe, you know, the E46.
Chris85 asks, what's the best way to get my car into a SEMA booth?
So the best way is really just to start reaching out to some of these companies and figuring out what they want. It's early, so if you're going to be, you know, kind of looking for one of these companies, this is a good time to start shopping around. The issue is, and just keep this thing in mind, you're going to want to bring value to this thing. You're going to have to find these companies that are going to have a thing, because whatever your car is right now, it may not match the agenda of what the company's trying to push. Remember, SEMA is a trade show. It's not a car show. And at the very base of that trade show, they're looking to promote a line of products or a specific product or launch something. So the car that they have to have in there, or the vehicle that they're going to have in the booth, very much has to match their agenda, which throws a little bit of a curveball, because you can have a great car and still not match up to what they need. So develop some relationships, reach out to some of these companies, try to basically see what they have to do. Remember that a lot of companies, especially nowadays, they will not pay your shipping. They're not going to pay your expenses. They're not going to pay your hotel. They're not going to pay anything for you to bring your car. They'll get you admission, maybe give you an exhibitor badge. But if you're looking for all that, like you think all these companies just, you know, send a transport to your house and they pick it up and everything works, that's not how it goes anymore. So keep that in mind. So if you're close to the show, or you're willing to get your car there, I think it's an advantage. Make sure they know it.
So what's the benefit for the other side? Like, is it to say, okay, I finished this project and now it was a SEMA booth car. That's how good it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's that. There's a couple situations. Like if you're a YouTuber, I think it provides you with good content to kind of finish a build and have it land at a SEMA booth, kind of to conclude the build. I think if you're, you know, an average everyday person, you know, like even like me, like the idea of having my car in a SEMA booth is still exciting. I think to be able to have all those people be able to see your hard, you know, kind of earned work there. You know what I mean? But I do think the value has diminished a tremendous amount. Because let me explain. If you would go back to, you know, let's say we go back 15 years ago, 10 years, even 10 years ago, maybe. If you had a SEMA booth confirmation letter that your car was going to be in a SEMA booth, you could almost get any products that you wanted, as long as you knew you were going to complete it, get it on the car, get them into SEMA. So it was a way to really get a lot of good products for your car. That is tapering off at a record rate. The value and the return on investment for these companies to give out product to have you in a SEMA booth, it has really come down. So I think the value, like you said, Max, for everyday person, I really do believe a lot of it's to be able to say, like, hey, I was able to show this car at SEMA.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Mango Nate, kind of relative. How many, do I need 50,000 followers to get a sponsorship?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And if you want some more info, Nate, just check out our YouTube series on sponsorship, because give you all the answers.
We've done plenty of, you know, go to our YouTube channel, KONIG WHEELS USA, search sponsorship. We've done everything from how to put a proposal together to all these different things. So go check it out. Good content.
Johnny Ace Gaming with the Battle Mini says, what if you volunteer your vehicle with said wheels from a wheel company that's hosting a live Q&A session for a specific block party right now?
I know
I
where he's getting, but what is the question? What was his question?
I think it was more of a joke, but I think he wants to, at some point, at one of these next events, we got to get the Battle Mini at one of our tents or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about going to SEMA. So
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, we'll do rapid fire, a couple more questions, and then we can get back to work here. Johnny Ace Gaming says, and looking for nothing in return except for the love of the wheels I got.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, we appreciate you, and we'll give you some love right back. Appreciate you.
Oh, we got
Thanks.
TK asking, did I hear you guys are going to FDNJ this weekend?
So I think Max will be out there filming some content. I'm not going to make FD, but I'm going to try to go out to Pro Bro Down on Sunday. That's put on by Club Loose and the good people over there at Raceway Park.
So it's still Raceway Park?
Yeah.
Club Loose and, okay.
Yeah, they're going to be on the road course side, I believe. And a lot of drivers hang out, you know, stay behind from from FD, and they'll run that, and it's a pretty cool event, and
Ooh.
Club Loose and all that stuff.
Johnny Ace Gaming, Crown Block Party 2025. Yes. We set up a tent there last year. It's in Queens.
I don't know if we are or not.
I'm going either way.
Yeah,
I'll see you there,
so
Johnny.
Max might be out there
Bring
rolling
you a
around.
t-shirt
I don't
or
know if
something.
we are or we're not. Hasn't come.
Yeah, I
to
don't
me.
know how it was last year for us, but I know that
we'll see.
Richie and Dow went out.
Right.
Blueberry
Yeah,
says, I gotta make it out to New Jersey someday.
Yeah.
I mean,
I won't say it's the best event I've ever seen, but I do think it's let me put it this way. I think out of all the events, all the FD events, I do think it has a unique thing that's fun to experience at least once, right? It's got the figure eight, it's a drift stadium, it's a much more consolidated watch. You can see from wherever you sit, you can see everything, right? So I think that's cool. And Raceway Park has a lot of history to it, so it's kind of like fun to move around there. But you know, look, it's always in June. It's on hot blacktop. It's not, you know, even when I used to race there when I was younger, like, man, the heat gets you out those things.
it's all pavement out there.
All pavement,
Let's see, we got
except for the grass and the road course.
a
That's all there.
Sriracha asking, what's the cameraman's name?
Max.
Max. Hey guys, what's up? We got did I hear about Pro Bro Down?
Pro Bro Down.
Pro Bro Down,
Pro Bro
nice.
Down.
Okay,
It's
nice.
happening.
Yep. Scott will be there on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk around, hanging out. Hang out with Caleb and Reader and a whole bunch of stuff. So
That's cool.
if you're out there, feel free to high five me. Just don't punch me in the face or anything.
Yeah,
That
nice.
sucks.
Maybe he'll give you a T-shirt. You give him a good high five.
Oh wow,
Maybe.
Max got T-shirts.
Yeah, I thought you'd have the T-shirts.
Ah.
PG says, hello, much love from Pakistan.
Oh, wow,
That's cool.
Pakistan.
What's up, Pakistan?
Keep safe over there.
Yeah, right.
A lot of stuff going on in that region.
Yeah,
Holy
man,
cow.
that's every day something new happening.
It's getting tough out there.
Let's see, we got Drift Official.
Yep.
Do you guys drift on a sim at all?
So
Good
that's
question.
All right. I think I can answer this for both Max and I. The answer to that technically is yes. Technically, yes. I would say that we're both pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I would say that we both don't get enough seat time even in the Sims. And I would say that I wouldn't put myself into a server with actual good drivers.
No way.
So I don't know if you count that as a yes, but I guess technically the answer is yes.
How funny was it when you got in Caleb's drift car and I was saying to Caleb, oh no, me and Scott, we've gone doors together, for sure. And Caleb looks at me like, really? And then stuck you in there and you killed it. You did great.
No, I didn't kill it.
I thought you did great. Let's see. All right, last question of the day. We got 2019 GTI. What's your best, widest wheel recommendation for me?
2019 GTI widest wheel.
On lowering springs as well.
All right. So the question is missing some information. Let me explain. Are you going to roll quarters and fenders? Are you going to make, camber adjustments? Are you looking to have a certain thing with stretched tires? See, I don't condone any of these things. Did he answer some of that
Yeah, I
stuff
got an
already?
update for you. Looking to go bagged.
All right. So if you go bagged, Doubt here is bagged. He's a Mark 6, right? Mark 6, yeah, he's a Mark 6. So Doubt's bagged, and with the bag, especially when he's fully, aired out, he gets a tremendous amount of camber. So if you're going to be doing that, I think you can afford to run more wheel. Now I think, if you want to run like a 9 out of 42 in the front, maybe even push like a 9.5 in the back at a 40, 30 something, mid 30. The problem you're gonna have is it's not the right fit. And with Doubt, he'll do stuff like that, and he's comfortable when he airs out. He almost lays the car right on top of the bead of the wheel. That's not my style. My style is function and fit, and in which case I would say 8.5s in the front. I would do 8.5s, at a mid offset all the way around, 35, 36.
And that'll tuck. That'll tuck into the bag when
Well,
he's aired out.
or do 8.5 at a 43, which is just a bolt on and go affair, and then you'll also be able to drop it down and it will camber in. You'll be fine. So 8.5 43 is the bolt on, put on, not have an issue kind of thing. If you're looking to go wide, we have options for you, but you're gonna have to make it work. Doubt's a pro at that. If you would like to have a little bit more of a fitment type of explanation that has to do with that, where you can get some information that's not official, then send us a PM or go onto our website. You could always send us a live chat or whatever it is. We can get Doubt to speak with you, and we'll get him to join the conversation. You can ask him a bunch of questions. That's cool,
Yeah,
right?
or you just spam his personal Instagram.
I mean, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, he's been on break all day today, so I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
All right, cool, we're good.
All right, cool. Listen, thanks for hanging out with us. We do this every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We have a podcast coming up, right?
Actually,
Is it a
no.
podcast?
Well, it's okay. It is technically. We're revisiting the $9,500 AE86 from Alibaba Shell podcast, which was a great one.
We're revisiting the podcast?
Yeah, so people will be able to see new reels, a couple new reels of it,
Right.
and then they'll be able to revisit the full episode as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going up. And then don't forget this Friday we have a piece of content coming live. That is
Temu Tire Machine.
Temu
Fun one.
Tire Machine. We bought a tire machine on Temu.
$1,200.
We'll let you know how it is. Anyhow, that's it. Take care of yourself. If you're gonna be out at FD this weekend, I won't be there, but if you're gonna be at Pro Bro Down on Sunday, you can look for me if you want to give a high five or something like that. I'll be probably somewhere near Caleb Quamback, Travis Reeder, Alec Robbins. I don't know, somewhere in that
Yeah,
area.
get his autograph.
No, you don't need. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Anyhow, come hang out. Catch you later.